Put this on the podcast. I might have a chance to have sex on it.
Welcome, everybody, to the Fantasy Football Journeymen podcast.
You better be praying to God because, you're 14 in losses in a row. You're going to need Jesus.
Am I wrong?
I thought you were pretty wrong, yeah.
Welcome to Fantasy Football Journeymen The Ride. We ask that while in the queue, you do not sit on the banisters or guardrails. Remember to be courteous to your fellow journeymen waiting to experience FFJ The Ride. When on the ride, be sure not to feed the journeymen. They will bite and possibly follow you home. Grab your beer and scratch your nuts. It's time for Fantasy Football Journeymen The Ride.
And the crowd goes wild.
I like it. That was a fantastic
Holy
way of
shit,
introducing
dude.
the shit show we call Journeyman. All right.
Were you guys roller coaster guys or no?
Yeah, definitely so.
I pass out due to too many
But
G4s.
welcome to the Fantasy Football Journeymen.
Superman.
I can't help but feel like this would be a dark ride, not a roller coaster.
I was not. I did not go on them.
Okay,
in high
but
school.
like Shockwave, some of those other ones, like literally to the point. I know Superman, that inverted flip. I passed out. I was out for a good 20 seconds.
Holy shit.
I was like a limp, body just dangling around until I came to. Yeah.
Were you assaulted while that happened?
No, it's just I don't do well with G-force. I guess I don't know. Like, there's no way I would be an astronaut. I'd pass.
I was
out
always like,
immediately.
Well, let's be clear here. The difference between astronauts and riding Batman or whatever at Six Flags.
Okay, even a pilot,
It's a little
when they
bit of a
pull, like they
difference.
do some of those heavy pulls or they drop off. There's no way.
I always
I'm passing out.
I didn't like roller coasters, but I eventually got used to them. But I don't know. When I went on them, I had fun. But then when I got off, I looked up. I was like, how the fuck?
Vertical
was I on that
velocity
shit?
scared me like that.
Yeah,
I don't like
I don't think I did that one.
I've never gone to what's that one
I would not
park
do
in
the giant
Ohio?
drop either. I refuse.
I've done that.
Cedar Rapids?
Cedar Rapids. I've never been to and will never go to.
Hell no.
Oh, this one's only 480 feet up. Yeah, that's 180 feet more than I could fathom. Nope, I'm good.
on that.
I'm good on that.
Yeah, I like to open the podcast with this. It's a decent conversation coming in because it just was so original. It's like, do you like roller coasters, man? Like, what?
Just the first thing popped in my head. He's
I
talking
do
about
like
ride.
Batman though. Batman was a good
Batman
roller
was
coaster.
fun.
So welcome to the podcast, though. We got the crew in the house. We got Aaron with another great intro. We got
Yes.
Barbarino.
Yep.
We got the Rye Guy.
Ew.
That's a good catchphrase.
I
Let's
like
go
it.
with it.
Can you commit to it? Is the real question.
I can and I will.
I can and I will. All right, so we're gonna do as we normally do. Get the picks out of the game out of the way. We got Pittsburgh, Tennessee
at
Thursday
Pittsburgh,
night
right?
action.
Right,
I
is
don't.
that-
Will Levi's playing tonight, making off that
Yeah.
hot start last week or whatever.
Yeah, it was balling, just straight up slinging.
Yeah, I gotta bet that's almost a guarantee at this point. I hope, but we'll see.
Let's do the picks first.
Yeah, we'll do picks.
Go, Bobby.
I got Pittsburgh at home.
Pittsburgh. I'm a Tennessee guy, but I also have Derrick Henry, who he's got
So
to
you
run.
have commitment. You have
He's
some
got to run through a brick wall
Yeah,
in
Watt.
Pittsburgh. Their
Yeah.
defense is good. Ryan, who you got?
Is Trubisky playing or Pickett?
Pickett, I believe, is
It's
starting.
Pickett. Yeah.
Okay, give me Steelers then. If
Okay.
Trubisky is playing, then hell no. But if
The
Pickett's
pride of
playing,
Chicago.
Like that one video. Hell no.
Hell
to the
no.
no.
We definitely need Jeremy on again, though. I need another Trubisky session. That
I
guy
can't believe-
loves
He's a
Trubisky.
Trubisky apologist.
The love that man has for Trubisky is
It's unreal.
concerning.
Yeah, no.
It's like
concerning.
my friend Sergio. He loved Rex Grossman. Still to this day, he brings up Grossman. He goes to the Super Bowl.
No,
And,
he didn't.
He's half kidding, I think, but also he's half serious.
The Bears'
He
defense
loves him.
got you to the Super Bowl.
We
That's
gotta-
what I said. And Devin Hester.
I agree.
That's
I
the
agree.
Devin
Super-
Hester at special teams, crushing it.
We definitely got to get Serge on, though, as well, because that guy is going to throw some insight into our bets. Bobby, our bets haven't been looking too hot lately, except I had a couple W's for
me
some
too.
other stuff.
Well, I got a W the last time. At least one. of them.
And so again,
Yeah.
we gotta pick it up here.
Yeah,
so
we'll pick it up.
What you got going
All
tonight?
right, I got two going, a 5-leg parlay, which you just give me a second on it. It's not as crazy as you think. Derrick Henry to score anytime touchdown. Deontay Johnson to have 4 or more receptions. DeAndre Hopkins, 40 yards.
I would think.
And then Pittsburgh Steelers, 7.5. So if they lose by 6, they're still in good shape. And then I have an under of 46.5. I don't think that there's going to be a 27-20 game.
I'm kind of borderline on the over/under. I could see easily being like just right around there, just screwing you just by like a couple field
I hope
goals.
it doesn't, but we'll see.
Right. I'm just saying it's a good line.
I mean, not a bad payout for
No,
Monopoly
that's good.
money.
Monopoly
And then
money.
the other one is, I think, a slam dunk. It's like one of those boosts, but Levis to have 1 passing touchdown and Derrick Henry to have 50-plus rushing yards.
Okay.
10 will pay you 22. That's not bad.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Wow, that's a straightforward. All right, for Woj's wagers this
it is.
week, we have Derrick Henry and George Pickens get a anytime touchdown, Pickett over 10.5 rushing yards. And then we got Will Levis, however you say his name.
It's Levi's. He's getting sponsored.
Levi's. Oh, good,
Oh, my
good call,
God.
good
That'd be
call.
a perfect
He should
setup.
change his name if
We
we are
are going to have a
sponsorship.
segment about sponsors and
Yeah.
branding.
Yeah.
That's coming
Hitting it
up.
on the head early. Will Levis over 200.5. Derrick Henry, 65 rushing yards. Deontay Johnson, 5 receptions. Derrick Henry, touchdown.
Why did you give me crap for my 4 receptions? You were like,
Because I thought 4 is the line. I thought you said 5, right? He
I
had
said
5.
4.
He said 4.
Oh, I thought you said 5.
4 plus. So as long as it gets 4.
I thought
Okay,
you
so
said
we're on
you-
the same line.
I thought
Okay,
you said
my
you were
bad.
right, Spider.
Yeah,
No,
right.
I really.
No, you're not
dude,
all right, Spike.
I absolutely heard 5+, and that's why I was like, eh.
I like it. The guy gives him. He's like, oh, tosses him money. This one.
You gonna take that from him?
And then he
gonna
pulls
do
out
that?
a 40 and just blasts his.
You
or-
go fucking dig the hole. I'll fucking dig it. I don't give a shit.
Movie references for anyone who's
Oh,
ever seen.
dude.
It
There's
was
a-
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
There's an
Yeah.
interview with Joe Pesci over that scene and kind of like how he got there. It's pretty interesting.
What is it? Do you have it?
What is the interview?
Yeah, we're asking for the.
Oh, I
follow-up
thought you were
if
setting
had
it up. Like, the reason for him getting to that place.
Just he's like he wanted to hold the gun. He wanted bullets in the gun. So they're like, wow, far move from the Baldwin set there. And
If they're blanks, they're blanks. But I mean, we got Brandon Lee.
fair point.
Yeah.
Well taken. But he just kind of, I guess, he really wanted to get mad about it, and
Yeah, you're shooting another guy for calling it. What is he say? He says,
He
"Fuck
said,
you."
Go fuck
So
yourself.
Go-
why don't you go fuck yourself?
Why don't you go
Tommy?
fuck yourself? And the guy gets, and you got to shoot somebody. You're crazy. You got to get into that crazy.
the
I don't think it would take him
Space,
much
though.
to get that way though. In real life, I think.
Well,
I think in real life that isn't much acting for him.
the other thing he said too is that
Right, yeah.
they ad libbed a lot in that movie, but they ad libbed and then like wrote it, so they would keep on bullshitting around.
Yeah,
But they
Get the
finally
idea
come
of
to
what
something.
it was,
Mhm.
and then it would get okayed, and then they'd go and do a final cut with them saying that exact thing.
Like
that they
funny
kinda
how.
wrote.
Funny how.
I believe that's
Like,
from Joe
how am I
Pesci
guy-
in
like,
real
I'm gonna
life.
use
Right.
you.
Right.
No, Anthony. Let him speak.
I don't know. But yeah, let's. That is interesting though. That the.
It's my favorite movie, by the way.
Great
I
movie.
could talk about it all day.
I mean, yeah, we wanna
We'll
get
get
to
there,
our
we'll get there.
fantasy.
This is
Yeah,
football.
I believe it said football somewhere in the title.
Yeah, I mean,
We-
hey,
we
the
do know-
fans stick around for our
do
expert
know
movie
football.
analysis.
Now
We-
including amusement parks.
I'm 6-2 in my
movies,
league. I know
and all
football.
that.
We spray all fields here, okay? That's how it works.
Should we get shirts? But then we spray off.
Spray all fields. Let's go.
That's on you, man. You can wear that shirt. I love his shirt though. He's got Space Jam.
Solid,
Yeah.
solid. I'm always repping the Bears. So, Bobby, I do
I
want to.
look like a Gap commercial. I'm very aware.
Bobby's
of it.
got
Very aware of it.
first period study hall.
I'm going to Rutgers.
Yo, but he's showing up fashionably late. He's like, this is my shit. So the fantasy though, who you got going tonight?
I don't have anyone on either the Tennessee or the Steelers. At one point, I did have Deontay Johnson, but I dropped him because of his injury early, and I was able to pick up. For the life, man, I can't even remember Chuba Hubbard or something like that.
Okay.
But, he just early on, he was, and then he got hurt. I was like, I'm not even going to deal with it because it was a 4-week injury, I think.
And it's the same hamstring that he
right.
injured
And you
initially.
were mentioning hamstrings. It's
Hamstrings are the
They're-
killer.
They're lingering.
yeah.
Yeah, linger.
Fucking linger, man.
Linger. I'm on the Derrick Henry train all day long.
My brother has Derrick.
He's
Henry.
for sure. Like he's just got to go well in a couple. No, I just have him in one league, and then I don't really have anybody else going against me either. It's like
No defense. 'Cause Pittsburgh
Maybe.
D wouldn't be that bad.
I want to say like maybe I'm going against Najee in one league, but
That's
Ryan,
why-
you hit me with yours. What
yeah,
do you got?
I got to double check.
So in my big league, I got Steelers defense going tonight. Jags
there you
defense is
go.
on bye, starting Pittsburgh D. And then I have Jalen Warren on my bench, so I'm not playing him. And then my other league, I got DeAndre Hopkins going. I think that's it.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
I love him.
He was on my bench last week with like 32. So
Oh, dude, your bench has been outperforming
I
your
won.
starters.
Dude, I put up 162 despite that. I believe it was that league. It was the 2-quarterback league.
Oh, all right, fair.
Okay.
2-quarterback league. That's cheating, man.
That's fun.
I also have.
It's fun. Yeah, scores are 170 every week. Yeah.
I also have Tennessee defense going for me. I forgot about that, but other than that, I'm pretty bare bones on this. Nobody
Same. I'm not.
Nobody
playing
on their team is really like popping. Again, I told you I'm going against Najee Harris in one league. That's about it.
I'll say right now, Najee doesn't get 50 yards rushing. I'll throw $2 because I have $2 hairs.
All right, I'll
pocket.
take it.
All right.
$2 he does. So I'm
50's
Najee
the
plus.
line. You're
I
under.
benched Jalen Warren, so he'll probably have a
you
great
think
Oh,
game.
he's-
sorry, I'm taking an
You're,
under. Yeah.
you're taking the under. I'll
Yeah,
take
take the over.
51 plus. I think
That's
Najee Harris gets 51.
50's the push. All right.
But yeah, Deontay Johnson a couple leagues. I guess I really should have been prepared. Fuck that.
We'll do it live.
We're
This
doing
ain't
it live.
cool. Come on now. Let me at least see the goods.
Our producer's just shaking his head in disappointment.
Are we looking good, Aaron? What's going on?
No, I was just kidding about that. Just in general, I'm sure he's disappointed in
Oh.
each one of us as human beings. Maybe. I don't know. Thoughts?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
I mean, I was going to say I'm 50-50 shot that's probably right. Disappointed in something.
I mean,
With-
you've been a disappointment for years, my friend.
Oh,
Oh, that's
oh, this guy's a funny dude.
brothers just taking each other down.
We're brothers. All right, so
Unconfirmed.
Give me a high five.
yeah, so I do want to jump to
Segment. Yeah.
state of the Bears Packers.
Are we gonna get into the Bulls also, or just football? We're just gonna go
No,
football?
no. We can always
We can
talk about
dabble
the
a little bit in
Bulls.
the Hawks.
I would say
Bulls.
maybe a little bit later as we get the
Whenever
to
you
the
want. I
Bulls.
was just
That's
curious.
fine.
You know, I have thoughts.
Okay.
We could, yeah, we'll go to it. Let's get the Bears Packers. Let's round that up.
Let's start with Bobby
right.
and the Packers.
It's official. What is it? Week 9. I'm not watching any more Green Bay games. Reason being, I had to sit through what I can only assume is someone attempting to play football for about 2 quarters. They had 19 total yards of offense going into the last drive in the second quarter. 19 yards. 19.
Welcome to
9.
Bears country, man.
1. So that being said, and the incredible losses we've had to endure over the past couple weeks, I'm done watching it. I will pick it up on where they end up being, later that day from like TV, but I'm not going to sit down and watch children trying to play a man's game at this game.
Can you commit to that?
I absolutely am committed.
Now
to
let
it.
me ask an important question. Sorry.
They're not going to make the playoffs.
If they start winning games, do you now flip and say,
no,
now I am winning?
because clearly me not watching is a catalyst to them winning.
Okay, fair
Have
point.
you jumped to my way of thinking where you want them to lose now?
No, I don't want them to lose, but I'm tired of watching them play pathetic football. I can't do it. It hurts me. It hurts me to watch this. I'm literally at like my end, and I'm done with it.
Welcome to being a Bears.
Yeah, I was
fan,
gonna say.
Ryan.
So I said a few weeks ago, you're watching the de-evolution of a Packers
You
fan
had
into
it
a.
Fine, I don't care. You're
Midwest
watching it
Yeah,
live.
yeah,
I
it's
mean-
so good for so long.
I had it, dude, golden in the sun for about 20 years, and I'm loving it. And now we have to deal with this bullshit.
Yeah, I'm loving that this is exactly the right
Yeah.
time to start a podcast. So like, it will be recorded.
I don't
forever
care. I don't
of
care.
Bobby just each week.
2023, Bobby's done watching the Packers week 9.
Bobby's
Done with
just-
it.
Will you
Bobby's
be a,
just sinking on the couch like,
Will you be a Vikings fan now?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Will you be a Bears fan now?
If
All right.
anything, I told you Jets, but I'm not.
so what you got then, Ryan, for your state of the? You want them to lose? You want them to
just
tank?
I'm staying with the plan, man. They got tank. They got to lose.
got a tank.
Okay.
They looked horrible. Did you see the last game?
I mean, yes.
J-Rock didn't
I
look
had
that great.
eyes.
Why is Valus Jones on this team? Who's he got photos of? What's going on there?
Oh, you think a little,
He's got something on somebody.
little
I don't
behind the scenes?
understand how.
No, he knows.
He's got some leverage.
His cousin's uncle's
No.
former roommate is probably high up in the
Granted,
office.
they got
Lone Star.
Badgett playing, and he's a undrafted
like him.
guy. But he's got heart, right?
It's a good story.
Yeah, like he's doing the best he
Miles
can.
and miles of heart.
But again, I'm staying with the same thing. They suck. They should
All right.
just lose.
Hey, can we
Let's
at
get a
least just
better
say you
pick.
guys lost to a better team? Herbert and company is a better
yeah,
team.
I
so
expect
good.
them to lose for sure.
No, I know that, but the Bears, for what it's worth, they didn't do great, but they also didn't do dog shit like the Packers.
Oh, I was also gonna say we just acquired Montez Sweat from the Commanders.
Yeah. Good pickup.
Interesting.
That is a good pickup.
It is a good pickup, but isn't it kind of like too little, too late? Are they going to re-sign him? They have to re-sign him, obviously. Does that mean they're not going to re-sign Jalen Johnson?
Well, you guys
then?
got rid of your defense.
I mean,
which
I
never
saw
understood.
something that like they have cap space to do it, but obviously you still have to sign other players. So they have to restructure kind of some other stuff, which is interesting. I do like that aspect of like when you get to the part of like the off season, like you're obviously trying to keep players, restructure their contract, take less money now, more of a, bonus or the opposite way. I forget which one is beneficial to your salary cap, but like it is like interesting to see like the acquiring usually means like you're trying to do something. I think they need to figure their defense out, though, which I think you were kind of talking about, Bobby's like figure that defense out first. Offense hopefully comes. Like that's kind of like, they need time to cohesively mesh.
I mean, this is going to be something where time is going to tell because it's going to be one of two things. It's either, and this is honestly where I think it's going, it's either going to be just random acts of desperation, which is kind of what I'm seeing.
What do you mean? Like what would be an example of a random act?
Random act of desperation. Pretty much anybody they signed in the last 2 days or any deal that they've made, they're setting out
you're
picks.
saying
I'm
okay.
saying the people they're acquiring, who they're cutting, the moves that they're making, they all kind of smack of desperation of trying to maybe try to salvage this season rather than looking towards the future.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, time will tell on that if that's actually what they're trying to do is to trade up later, or if they're just shooting themselves in the foot trying to do something with this season.
Well, Ryan, I think you also make a good point though of the fact that you have we have a high first round pick regardless. And then on top of that, you are only at 2 games. Tanking is an option, right? Like you can see teams do that, but I do think that if you're adding a player at that deadline, you're kind of saying like we need one last effort, like you're saying, kind of it's like desperation. We need to win. We need to do something to maybe
the tolerance for failure in this town right now is probably at its all-time low. You've watched coaches and general managers who had far more winning seasons get fired than people they've kept over the last 5 years. And I mean, the town's turning on them. Between that, the city stopgapping, them staying and trying to,
Good turn.
get them back. And the Arlington Heights deal fell through. It seems like it's pretty embarrassing there.
What do you mean it fell through? I
No,
thought
no.
they're
So
still
they
moving
purchased
forward.
it, but
they purchased it, but
you're
they're
right,
hitting a
though,
lot of other roadblocks, and now they're romancing other townships. It's just there's a lot of things that are happening that show a failure of organization, and
well, that's for goddamn sure. Everybody's been saying for 1,000 years,
Yes.
Get rid of her. I love you, but get rid of her.
well, and you
We
know what?
need-
Time will take care of you there at some point.
She's gonna live till she's 123. She's gonna be like that one
Well,
that
where do you think
nun
all the fucking money
from
is
March
going?
Madness.
It's still in the family either way.
No, I know, but like there is a part of it where like they're keeping legacy around. Maybe once that happens, it's like now we can move through because this is a thing that I'm saying is like I very much think that like this decision for not firing a coach in the middle of the year, which Bears have never done. This is the thing where I'm like, this has to be a hierarchical thing of like they want to keep this legacy around of like not doing this. It's like sometimes that's the right move though.
Interestingly
I
enough,
hate that.
I'm okay with that because of the fact of like if you fire somebody mid-season, what are you going to get for it? Okay, you're either going to be putting an assistant coach who clearly is part of an organization that's not succeeding at the helm, or you're going to get somebody else who got fired from somebody else mid-season, throw them at the helm. I mean, I just don't see a lot of winnings there. It's just a demonstration of like, we're not taking that guy's shit no more.
Well, you bring up a valid point though. Like, okay, Ryan, if you were going to fire your coach, at which point? Let's just keep it like first 4 games, middle 4, third, fourth, or fourth of the season.
Fourth.
Whatever, man. Fucking
That's called the end, boss.
fractions are cool.
First quarter, second
Cool.
quarter, third quarter.
Probably give him close to half a season, like 8 games.
8 games. What do you got, Bobby?
4.
But
If you
really
can't show development or I guess for me, I'm looking for progress and development. If you guys continue to put out a static type of feel, that's not going to change.
It kind of depends too on the situation. Like, is the guy brand new? Has he been here a while?
I don't care. Show me
Well,
development is something you could always
and
show.
Like, how's the team morale? Or what's their record? They're 1-. I mean, there's a lot of factors.
I mean, I just don't see a lot of benefits there. It's like if you're in a restaurant and you fire the cook and you give the chef's hat to the bus boy, what's the product you're expecting? We watched the Blackhawks do it with Quenneville.
Yeah, fair
They
point.
fired him mid-season, and what came out of the rest of that?
I suppose you'd have to have a good assistant that you want to take a look at.
But that's my point. Is that if you have a poor head coach, you really have a good assistant sitting in the wings? Probably not.
I actually argue that you could very well have a good guy that comes up behind. I mean, I just look at
assistant, but it could
but
be
I just look
part
at
of the staff.
Belichick in the Reed coaching tree.
We fired 2 assistants already
But
this year.
I'm just saying though, is like you can have guys that obviously excel, but then you have these guys that again come from a firing of a head coach. This guy's been waiting in the wing for a while. He ends up catching on somewhere, maybe not at that team, but the other team that he gets a chance.
I mean,
those do happen. I'm just saying.
The only thing I see is like your benefit if you do a mid-season firing is you're going to bring in somebody who you had in the past, possibly. And
Should we call an audible on this thing though? We're diving down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say we're diving down a deep rabbit
I'll wrap
hole.
it up with this.
Okay.
I mean, you either bring back a celebrity from the past, you try to bring back Lovey for the rest of the season. You maybe go get Ditka, see if he can, get off of his ventilator for a little bit.
Throw him $1 billion.
Or you get, or you go real corny, you get Gene Hackman.
I don't know how well he's doing nowadays, man.
Not very well,
Yeah,
but
he's not
the performance
great.
of a lifetime, his exit, his best movie, Replacements. Here come the Bears.
You know what? For both
Replacements, too.
the coaches here, I respect both coaches for Tennessee and
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think they have great.
Oh shit!
head
There's
coaches.
a game on, isn't there?
No,
Yeah,
Bobby.
that's
I think
football.
Bobby just simply didn't
Yeah.
like the. There was a deep dive into the Bears.
I don't mind, but
You know,
it's like,
saying
you guys
you
are
are
talking about
Let's talk about
you know,
the Packers. No,
all right.
we went too far.
Yeah.
You're unfortunately outnumbered though, and the Bears will kind of lead the discussion though. But I absolutely agree with you. We should get back to the game at hand, kind of because Kenny, who the fuck just caught that? I don't even know. Allen Robinson, former Bear, dude.
They wasted on the Bears.
Jesus Christ. I mean, just a real Bears wide receivers are just terrible right now. But man, I mean,
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore's good.
no, I mean, yeah, they're good, but I guess I meant like they haven't been good for a while. DJ Moore is doing very well right now, but you just have to get him the ball. Get your playmakers the ball, and I think you win football games. Anybody agree with that shit?
Totally agree.
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, Randy Moss made a living of just throw it up. I'll find my way underneath it, and he did.
True.
Dude, that either or edition though that I didn't do one this week. We got some other cool stuff coming up in like
few
the
fun segments.
in the next kind of couple minutes here, but when we come back from
Why was that the safe word?
But holster the guns. Let's holster those guns.
okay, yeah, we'll holster them.
we have our Andre here, clearly.
Ooh, dude, I do want to ask that when we get back as a little teaser. We'll ask who do you think you're most like from the league. So we'll try and do that. And
You're
just
closest to Taco.
okay,
over there,
but
I swear to
we'll
God.
get it going when we pick it back up.
All right,
All right,
that's fair.
peace.
Attention guests, there has been a malfunction on your ride. We will ask that you please disembark your vehicle as an attendant will reach you and escort you out of the Fantasy Football Journeymen the Ride. Again, we caution you to not feed the Journeymen as they may bite and may follow you home. 2 of them have been known to do this. The third one is currently on the loose. If you see him, please tell the attendant.
Making us sound like predators. Hey, doesn't that kind of give you the reminder? Sorry, I'm going to
No,
totally
jump in, man.
bypass
Jump in.
this.
It doesn't matter.
We've all been to Disney World, right? At least once.
Yes.
No,
I
yeah.
believe
oh my
one.
God.
Aaron, were we in Disney World or Disneyland?
California's Disneyland.
I have been to both.
But like when we were
You
younger.
probably were at Disney.
It sounds
Disney
a
what? Sorry.
World.
World. Okay, down in
Okay.
Orlando. But they always have those ride announcers. But also my favorite thing for anyone who's out there, I know there's Disney fans out there, but the monorail. They have the safety that they do
Monorail.
in Spanish, and it's just fantastic. Monorail. Yeah.
Mono what?
Oh, there we go. Big pass. Anywho, but yeah, it just sounded like, please,
Yeah.
before it sorry, that just
Very
ringed.
professional.
Yeah.
Very professional.
Mono equals one, rail equals rail.
Way to bring us full circle
that was
on
the
that.
Simpsons.
Yeah, that was
Aaron
great.
referencing
Yeah.
it.
And they put these guys Shreveport on the map,
Dude, we
and
used
he
to
like
watch-
wrote it.
And
in.
North Haberbrook.
We used to watch The Simpsons all
I
the
love
time,
that.
man.
My
Do you know
favorite
who
show
wrote that
growing up.
episode, the monorail episode?
No.
Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien.
Oh,
Wrote
yeah,
the
I mean-
songs,
Yeah, he
wrote everything
was
for it. Yeah.
a writer for.
Damn. So welcome back. That was a great little intro into the segment here, but we got a nice thing that I think we got a good discussion on: contenders versus pretenders.
I like
So
it.
like I'll give you a name of a team. I'm gonna narrow it down to like 6 or so,
Yeah,
and
go
we'll
through
just say like they are.
Contending for the Super Bowl or
it. No,
playoffs?
they're
Super
showing
Bowl.
some life. They're contenders. They're
No.
gonna, oh,
I'm gonna
go
give
ahead.
you kind of
I
like
need,
Ooh, the
I need some
definition.
context.
I know,
yeah.
right?
I'm gonna
We're-
give you kind of like a decent team.
Webster says.
Right. I'm going to give you a decent team that I think anybody would agree has somewhat of a shot to make the playoffs. Okay?
Playoffs. Okay.
Playoffs is what I'm going to go
Playoffs.
for. And then you guys are going to say, what do you think their realistic probability of like actually going to win the Super Bowl? Contenders for the Super Bowl or pretenders?
Before we dive in, I just want to say congrats to the Rangers winning their first World Series. That's it. That was
Oh, yeah.
in 5 games.
I'll be very honest. Once the Cubs were out,
I know
was,
that
I
you,
was out
you
for
dialed.
Sure.
You know.
Baseball's happening?
No, it's done now. But it just the Rangers. The Rangers never had a World Series, so they could check that box finally.
You know what? It is cool. I do. I will give props to that. First thing.
I like
first
Nolan
time
Ryan,
winning of the
Ranger.
Big Four for anything. Super dope.
Yep. Sorry. Now let's go to contender.
Very good interjection.
Hank Hill is ecstatic.
Hank Hill.
Nice job. God damn it, Bobby.
The Rangers won. Yes, sir.
Tom Landry.
Propane.
Pro
All right, so we got.
Yeah, we're World Series.
Boomhauer.
Dang old Hank, man. You know what I'm talking about.
You
Dang
know,
old
go
Hank
down
won the
there.
World Series, man. You know what I'm
It pulls
talking
my
about.
ride a little.
All right, so the first thing we got contenders or pretenders. Damn, Hank Hill. We should watch it though. at some
We could
point,
do
though.
some. Yeah, King of the Hill. Yeah.
I got 29 episodes left.
Of how many seasons they do?
13 of varying episodes, different numbers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that many.
I mean
either.
seasons.
Seasons.
Yeah.
Yo, so okay, sorry, little detour. But we got Kansas City. I'm saying contender.
Absolute contender.
Duh, contender, of course.
What do you think, Aaron? Contender?
Contender.
All right, we got next one. I'm gonna put Miami in there.
Contender.
I think so too. Contender. They're playing well.
Offense is like dynamic, like one of the best in the league, if not the best.
Kind of want to say pretender, but I'm gonna say contender.
Ooh,
I
he's
would
on the
agree
fence.
contender.
Okay, next one we're going to is going to be Green Bay. Psych. Sorry,
I
Bob,
hate you.
Bobby,
I hate you with every fiber of my being.
Contender
right
for
now.
a top 5 draft pick.
Do you have a knife on you right now?
Right here.
Okay, Jesus
Right
Christ.
here.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsie. That was
Um,
great.
All right,
Mortal
I'm gonna
Kombat.
throw in Dallas.
Pretenders. They don't know what to do once they're in the playoffs. They're Dallas. We them boys.
Pretender.
I'm gonna go contender with Dallas.
Oh my God! Of course you would. What about our producer on the Cowboys?
Yeah, Aaron, what do you think? Dallas? Dallas?
Yeah, he's not sold either.
Not
Yeah.
sold.
Dallas, so loud.
Okay, then we
them
got
boys.
Philly
Oh, the contenders for sure.
Contender.
contender. Aaron, unanimous on Philly.
Yes, I'll make that unanimous. The vote passes.
Then we got Buffalo.
Unpopular pretenders. I don't think they're going
Really?
anywhere.
Yeah, contender.
See, even he couldn't get it out.
Couldn't get it out. I think that was a lie. I think
Pretenders. And I like Allen. I do. I just I don't see him doing it.
I think he just told a lie. That's why
Yep.
he's getting.
Contender.
he's
God
getting-
choked him out right there for a second.
I'm saying contender on Buffalo, but this is the last year. If you can't do something this year, you're over.
Stephon Delaquan Diggs.
Well, again, you said playoffs, so they're definitely
No. But I'm saying these are teams that I've selected in my expert analysis to be playoff-bound teams. Okay, and I would definitely like to. There's some research where I'm going to do at some point.
Expert.
Yes, I am an expert.
Laser.
And so I think that they're going to make the playoffs in some fashion, but these teams can contend for the Super Bowl. Every single one of the teams. Say that I'm wrong and that any of those teams are not.
You're good.
Yeah. So with Buffalo, I'm saying contender last year though. Aaron.
I mean, I see your reasoning, but I guess what do you think prevents them from being contenders beyond this year? Is it just a financial thing?
Contracts, yeah.
So salary cap?
Yeah, I think they'll be able to keep like Josh Allen, but Stephon Diggs, like
Hey, what's that band? The Pretender.
he can go.
The Pretenders?
You're the Pretender. What?
Foo Fighters.
Yeah, dude. Foo Fighters for sure on Buffalo. You're the Pretender.
Oh, you guys got to play some Foo Fighters. I can't believe we didn't mention it before though. Devon Deluxe though. Anybody that's out there, check them out. Good stuff.
Yeah.
You just remind me of a Home Improvement, The Salute.
Dude, I think that's why. I think that's why I do it all the time.
You do it
Tim
all
the
the
Tool Man
time.
Taylor.
I've watched like all the different episodes. You do it at least once, and it.
Doesn't
you're like,
what's his
you shut up.
assistant? Al does it, right?
Yeah, they both do it.
It's our salute to music.
To power tools.
Power tools. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I enjoy that show.
I mean, I follow you with that, and I would call it contender.
Can we get one more in there? Can I toss one in there?
I'm not done, but yes.
Okay. Cincinnati.
That was literally the next one I was going to call.
Excellent. All right, you guys go. I call it.
Yeah, I'm contender for at least now because they're starting to make a push of just being like competent on offense. Good couple wins.
Yeah, they're contender.
I'm going contender as well. I think that they're starting to really find themselves finally.
All right, Aaron.
I will not argue your great minds.
All right, he's on board.
I mean, again, I think expert applies to everybody here.
All right, here.
But
mainly one last one.
Okay, moving on. So we have. I have two more.
Okay, two more. Good.
Okay, Detroit.
Ooh, that's what I was about to say. No, Pretenders.
I'm saying pretender as well.
Pretender.
Yeah, I don't think they make it far in the playoffs if they make it.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
They seem to be bringing something nobody
Okay,
else
Frank.
is.
Are you saying
Different.
you saying contender?
I'm going to throw it out there and say contender.
Okay,
They
I
go
like
that far.
it.
I mean, look, Detroit's got pretty much nothing else going for it.
I mean, have you been to
So we
Detroit?
got that going for
Yes,
us.
it was frightening.
I just don't really like Jared
I
Goff.
would not like to go back.
I don't trust him.
It's all right. This is for all you.
I didn't
Lions fans
trust.
out there.
That's fair. That's
I mean, he did go to Super Bowl with Sean McVay and the Rams. I understand, but
yeah, whatever.
I feel like he was on board for the ride more than he was.
He was on board for the ride. He wasn't
know what I
actually
mean?
leading the charge. I got you.
I mean, I'm going
All right, last one. Oh, sorry.
pretender on Detroit.
Okay.
San Francisco.
I still think they're a contender.
3 straight losses.
I
though.
know they're having a rough bout, but I still think they're a contending team.
Contender.
Contender.
Could we do Baltimore real quick? Could we throw them?
Well,
in the mix?
Aaron's
sorry.
going to answer it first and then go.
I don't see San Francisco going.
Okay.
I just don't.
Pretender.
You're the pretender.
All right, Bobby. What's the-
Baltimore. Could everyone just do a quick one on
Foo
that?
Fighters. Contender.
You mean?
You're the contender.
Yeah, we're gonna
All
change
right.
it.
Yeah. What do you? I mean, you want to
I
start?
think they're pretenders. I think they're decent. They're not going to do anything once they're there, or possibly not make it.
I mean, anybody that's watched a Baltimore game with me is I do say this at least once a game. They got the best running back in the game, Lamar Jackson. He ain't a quarterback. They're pretenders every year that he's doing this stuff. Pretender. You got no receivers.
I'll say they're a pretender, but not because of him, because of the receivers. And
I'm saying he's a rushing quarterback.
they
He's
have
not a quarterback.
Flowers. He helps.
He's not a quarterback.
No, yeah, he's not.
He won MVP.
As a rushing because of his rushing numbers.
His passing was good enough.
His passing. No, guys, let's.
The fact that you have to say good enough means exactly why my argument is.
Yeah, but he was more of a
correct.
double-edged sword. He was at least, like you said, good enough to be a decent pocket quarterback if you need him to be. But that's not
You're
his.
saying you don't want Lamar Jackson?
I would take Lamar over Fields.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bobby, that's probably the single most overqualified statement I've heard you say.
All right, hold on. I would take.
I mean, you threw 3 like qualifying terms in there.
I
was
know.
trying to figure it out.
I've always liked rushing quarterbacks since like Mike Vick and McNabb or whoever, like I've been a fan of them. So I don't know. I think that it's good to have both skill sets.
I agree with you that you need to have both skill sets, but the fact that you're saying a quarterback had good enough numbers, were there not other
Hold on.
quarterbacks
Can
that
I
had?
throw this? Lamar Jackson, or you get Wilson when he was back with Seattle and doing well. Who would you rather have? So dial that back. I still would say Lamar.
I'm saying Russell Wilson for sure. He was a passer.
Lamar.
Thank you.
I have a completely random thought here, but
I like it.
Figure like Mortal Kombat, but you reskin it all with football players. And Michael Vick's fatalities, he releases the hounds on you.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't like that, man. I like dogs. What he did, I can't forgive him for that.
You got suspended.
Evidently, the NFL did because he's
I can't, dude.
still
Dogs are man's best friend, and to do that, can't do it.
So moving on
Yeah.
to famous brandy. This was an interesting idea, Bobby, that you brought up
like it.
pre-production meeting.
Pre-production meeting.
Yeah, we always have one.
So having a
Wouldn't
beer
that
and
be
talking
the-
at the table.
Okay.
That's
That's
our
it.
green room.
And eating our now
I-
back to it famous Jewel taco dip.
I didn't make my buffalo dip and bring it by this time.
Yeah, Bobby
Jewel is not
forgot
affiliated
to
with
go
this
pick it up
podcast
from
in any way, shape, or
Jewel because they discontinued it probably because they were listening to our podcast and
Right.
said, "Oh, it's too good."
I
We
trust
gotta-
me in the kitchen more than you. I'll just say that right now.
so wrong.
All
Wow,
right,
I saw your
Bobby.
potato skins, and let me just tell you how we cut a potato. Maybe that's
Okay.
like step one in the cookbook.
Are you, Bobby? Are you challenging me to a fucking cook-off
I
right
will.
now?
Absolutely. I don't care. I'll take
Shut
you to
it
school.
down.
Maybe another
That's fine.
segment coming up in the future. Cook-off.
He'll cook a hockey puck for a steak and be like, guys, it's great.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Continue.
That's fine. We're going on brand deals
Oh, yeah.
before Bobby and I break these glasses and start trying to shank each other.
Man.
Okay, so yeah, branding. So what this topic
the-
is,
yeah, bring it
I'll
up.
bring us up to speed. So we've seen either coaches or professional players, whether it's NFL, they put their name behind a brand, a product. So I'm just curious, throughout your time as a child, even now, fun brandings that you kind of saw with a professional athlete, stepping in on a commercial and putting his 2 cents.
Okay, I'll have to accept.
I mean, I got a couple that I was just going to bring up in
off
general.
off the top of my
Yeah.
head, I always remember the Donovan McNabb chunky soup ads with his mom and him. Those are fun.
Yeah, I love those.
Forgot
ads.
about those.
Those are
fun.
great ads.
Yeah, I like those.
And she yelled at the team like, "You're not getting your food."
The classic, the old one, the Larry Bird, Michael Jordan,
McDonald's one,
horse
yeah.
horse thing. That was cool. I don't have a lot off the top of my head right now. What do you think?
I mean, I just brought up a couple that I thought were kind of interesting. I mean, I always
Jimmy
think
Johnson.
I always think of the one of John Madden and the boom tough acting tonight.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
I like the
That-
one
Yeah,
the
John Madden, dude. John
the-
Madden's awesome.
Terry Tate office linebacker. That was always
Oh, that was a good one.
Hey,
Love
Janice.
those commercials.
I was gonna say John Madden also backdoored the turducken too.
Well, that was through the halftime of the Thanksgiving
Games,
shows. Like
right.
he always did the broadcast
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving, and then
He sought it out and he brought that company, like the whole idea of the turducken
they
thing to
they
life.
now do turduckens. It's in
Yeah.
the documentary. That's a great
Yeah.
documentary if you haven't seen it. The John Madden that
that
came
was
out.
awesome.
What's it on?
It's got to be on Fox's.
The internet?
I'm saying, can you watch on YouTube or like?
I mean,
know.
we can probably figure it out at some point. But
We got a
I'm-
computer. We have
I-
we have the
we
technology.
have the technology.
we can rebuild.
But again, the John Madden one, like, I mean, again, the documentary really just sells all of what I'm like. This is what I love about John Madden. You remember him from Thanksgiving, like the turducken. It's like,
The football game?
Dude,
what is it,
everyone
John
loves
Madden?
John Madden.
Yeah,
I
NFL.
can't think of one person who.
I
doesn't.
mean, the game, like, I'm not crazy. I know that after probably 19 whatever when it started. When did Madden start? 1996?
no, dude.
The game?
Before that,
It's like
it was like
1990.
Sega. Yeah.
No, I thought Tecmo Bowl was before that, and then
Yeah, but
Madden
we're talking about
started
like
in
something
96.
in '84,
No,
and then
it was like it was on like Super Nintendo and Sega and shit.
yeah, dude.
dude, I don't fact check for shit.
All right, yeah.
I also wasn't
okay,
born.
but
I was born in
where-
90.
I think
so-
the year that I felt it got popularized to the point where everyone like had it or played it was 04. 04 Madden.
Michael
My-
Vick was on the cover, ironically.
John Madden Football was first released June 1st of 1988.
Thank you. I was gonna say.
Hey, I wasn't
way.
that far off.
I said 90.
You
You
said
said
95.
96.
Yeah, I
You
said
said
like 8 years.
96.
I was like 8 years. Okay.
All y'all are younger than Madden football.
For
Not,
sure.
I mean, also
I'm born
Madden.
the year of Madden, so that sounds pretty awesome.
I mean, yeah,
The
that
year
is,
of Madden.
Put that
Instead
on
of the year of the rat, year of Madden.
put that on your tombstone there. But no, we do want to flirt with the idea of like doing that Madden head to head somehow.
I always rage
We'll
quit, but
figure
that'll
out
be
the
fun.
logistics at some point. But
So
little
you
Madden
keep
tournament.
on going around Jimmy Johnson.
with he had like a dick pill.
Viagra, yeah, I think
So
it is.
I mean, like that's an interesting one.
Testosterone.
That's an interesting one because I think it was. I thought it was for Viagra,
I think it is.
but I mean, like, what a way to put yourself out there, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
Mike-
Jimmy Johnson's looked the same for like 40 years
Mike
now.
Ditka
Must
was
be the Bills.
Cialis.
Was he?
Yeah, he did do that, didn't he?
Ditka did do Cialis.
But
yeah.
on what is Urlacher
I'm kinda
with all the
surprised he didn't-
stupid posters up for that whole? You want hair? Bring the.
But this
bring
is the
the
thing
line
about
back,
Brian
you know?
Urlacher is like he looks good with hair, he looks good without.
No,
He's
he
making-
looks better ball.
He's making money. Who cares?
No, I know he's. I know this is the conversation. This is the topic, though. The branding, though. Like Bo Jackson, I'm sure had a ton of different people coming up to him, like pitching product. I guess we're a little too young to.
They had that Nike thing with him, I believe. The whole Bo knows.
Yeah, Bo knows. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
That campaign.
I mean, it's also a different. Some of it's a product of a different era because there was a time where you didn't make shit playing football.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Ken
That's-
Griffey, you remember when that came out?
No, what did Ken Griffey?
Ken
have?
Griffey's All Stars.
Yeah, exactly.
The game was the fucking tits, but what about his branding of? Like, did he have a?
No, I don't
product
think
line?
he-
I don't remember Ken Griffey as like a figure in that stuff. You know.
No, but like he was highlighted on that game, so it was
Ken
like
Griffey Jr.
yeah, junior.
Call me, Junior.
I believe they're still the only father-son duo to homer in the
Same game.
Same game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Hey, Dad, going yard.
I mean,
Then
dude,
Dad
that's
goes
the
yard.
fucking the pure
I love his swing. Him
That's a-
striking out is still art.
that's the pure mountaintop of athleticism. That your fucking father and you can play on the same goddamn team.
Well, that's
with-
also baseball because you know
You have a
Not a
lot
lot
of
to do.
father sons though.
I would
they're
say you could-
Fielder. Remember him?
I say, yeah, Prince Fielder.
Yep.
I would say LeBron James though is going to play with his son in basketball. I mean, there's definitely it's going to happen
Yeah.
in some fashion because he's
Could be.
LeBron James.
Wasn't one of your the Cubs Cody or his dad played the one who was for the life of me they traded for him. He's from L.A.
Bellinger?
Bellinger. I thought his dad played ball too.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know.
think so.
A lot of those guys definitely do.
No, but it was just so cool seeing that because you have Vlad and Vlad's son. Vlad has his
Dude,
both
Vlad,
killer swings.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. won me like $30 on that. I bet on the home run derby randomly.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll put $4 and he won. I was
Hey,
like,
there you
hell
go.
yeah. So that's pretty dope. But you know, again, the branding stuff is interesting though because I don't know if it's actually true or I'm just like it's like one of those effects where I'm like I think that it is. But like Joe Namath, I thought he was back in the '70s like a actual sponsor for cigarettes.
I could totally see that.
Right?
I would get his
there
cigarette.
there were different rules back then. But let me ask you each this question: what would be the best product that you'd want to endorse, and the one that you would do strictly for the money, like the worst?
Oh, that's a good
All
question.
right, let's start with the one that you would absolutely want to do. I mean, easily like Miller Lite, Bud Light, something like that. If they're like, hey, every time you can
Okay.
drink a beer, and I'd be like a Pepsi commercial, like,
I think
right? I mean, wonderful.
I think like being a gun spokesman would be sweet. You know,
Okay.
hey,
Smith
here's
and
the
Wesson?
yeah, Smith and Wesson giving you like, hey, here's your arsenal. You want to go out there and just shoot some things? Oh, absolutely.
Like you just get like photos taken, and you just taking
Yeah.
AR-15, just.
Oh yeah, very American. That I would love that. Smith and Wesson, I'm open for business. I will be a spokesperson.
Ryan, what you got?
Man, it's tough.
Shot out of a cannon, man. That could be a.
What about Mr. Hotels or
I'm-
something? I don't know. No, that's a weird thing.
Did you
maybe
say
not.
hotels?
I like
Yeah,
this.
like-
I like the Swift Lips, the pre-rolls. Those are good.
Okay.
Ah,
Solid.
yeah.
I would love to get sponsored by them. That'd be cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, Cheech.
All right, Aaron.
It's
what,
legal, okay?
what you got?
Maybe a car. I don't know.
Ooh, car would be good. What kind of? What's the brand?
We got you, Mazda. Moving on.
No, definitely.
Wow, that was just mean.
Sorry, Kia.
Oh, something American. Christ.
Mitsubishi.
Cadillac.
I like Cadillacs, dude. I had a 1990 Cadillac. Loved it. My
Damn.
parents did. I didn't.
What was Grammys? Grammys was a
What? That
wasn't
was a
no, it wasn't Cadillac. It
no,
was
that was a Chevy.
Chevy. But what was the
Chevy.
make though?
It was maybe an Impala. I don't know.
I thought it was an Impala.
Dude, the Impala from Training Day is great. Or no, it's not an Impala. Is it?
It is. It was actually the same car from Training Day, I believe. I don't think it was an Impala.
No, that's a Chevy.
We in the office,
It's not
baby.
a Crown Vic.
It's not a Grand. No. Is it Grand Prix back when? No, there's no. No, sorry, Grand Prix is a newer.
I'm not a car guy.
Oh, this is gonna bother me. I think it is an Impala. To be
All right,
honest.
so let's wrap it up
Check
with
that out.
the
Yeah,
the
sorry.
last one while he's looking that up. What would Aaron? You said the
Caprice.
Capri.
that's right.
Yeah, it was
that's
a
right.
Caprice.
Was
But
that
you
for the
said
Training Day too?
Yeah.
Okay.
but you said what
car
was the
was a
one that you would just
beast.
take for money? What endorsement would you just be like? This is a good
So
investment.
I mean, like the real question is like, what would you whore yourself out for?
Absolutely, I understood the question. You got an answer? Who wants to start?
Anything vegan or vegetarian, I would do it for money, but I wouldn't believe it. Yeah, eat this head of cabbage. Yeah, pay me. You know.
The Green Bay Packers.
Oh,
yeah.
as an
100%.
owner, I take offense.
Part owner.
So,
Owner.
This is gonna sound a little weird, but probably doing PSAs because I feel like there's a lot of them that
I feel your
just,
voice is keyed up for it, though.
You just do a PSA and like nobody pays attention to it.
I mean, I tune out when I hear a PSA.
Right? It's
but
like
that's
let me
just
tell you about not doing
I
drugs.
also I don't drink coffee, so anything coffee.
Yeah, that
related.
blows my mind. Everyone here doesn't drink coffee. Welcome to America. Get on that coffee wagon.
Just wake up in the
I
morning
don't
and
do
I get real high.
drugs.
I don't like hot drinks. We talked about this.
That's a funny statement. Sorry.
Hurts my teeth.
That was a really funny statement there. But
Doesn't make sense. They don't make sense.
doesn't make sense.
I would say that one that I would just be like money for whatever is like anything like super technological, like crypto type of stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
you know, I just like I don't understand
That
it. I
Ponzi
don't know what that
scheme.
is.
Fake money.
Yeah, the fake money. Exactly.
There you go. Scientology.
There you go. And that's a great note. to
Or was
wrap
it
up on.
timeshares? Yeah, that would be a money.
Yeah.
Hey guys, if I could do it, so could you. You know?
But yeah, we're gonna pause for a hot minute. We're gonna get back at you with another couple little wrap ups here. But we got a good segment coming up for you after the break.
We hope you've enjoyed your experience on Fantasy Football Journeymen The Ride. We now ask that you make your way to the gift shop and purchase copious amounts of merchandise. Get your t-shirt of Bobby, Ryan, and Jason all doing nefarious things on your stomach.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can.
I would like some merch, but not
Ooh,
not
dude.
not like that.
Well, I mean, if it's the ride, like think of it if we did one like what you were talking about Disneyland earlier or Disney World.
Sure.
What's the log flume kind of one where you go down? It's
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain.
Right.
If we did a T-shirt of us three, like super,
Oh, that would be
I
great.
think that and Aaron
That
in
would
the
be
back,
fun.
That'd be great, dude.
Aaron like this with his arms crossed, just disappointed as hell. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
that'd be fun.
I think honestly,
All right, so now we got to take a trip. I mean, that's what it was. And
No,
you've
no,
never
no.
been there, so we're gonna have a good time.
dude,
That
how
bothers
sick.
me.
Hold on, how sick would that be? Ryan's first trip to Disney
Dude,
World.
what if someone would sponsor this Disney, please?
My family didn't go on a lot of any vacations really.
I mean,
I know, but I figured you'd get there maybe
better
once.
better now than never.
I didn't go on a plane till I was 19.
Damn, when did I go on a?
No, you know what?
freaking-
I didn't get on a plane until later in life too because we always drove everywhere. We even drove down to Florida.
That's such a Midwest thing.
Yeah.
You're driving
We'll
everywhere.
drive there 20 hours later.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It was fun. We had a black conversion van. Mind
Oh,
you,
yeah,
now
yeah.
the black conversion van. The doors swing open like that. It had that lighting, that track lighting towards the back. The one they'd be like that felt or suede. pivot style, chairs for the 2 middle ones, and then the back goes down to a bed if you needed it to, like the back seat itself.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking
And then you
about.
had those window covers that came down to provide shade.
Shade sun.
I love that thing. And it had 2 fuel tanks, so you'd fuel up one as when it was getting low,
Dang.
kick it over the other fuel
All right,
tank.
Ryan, what you got? You got any? Did you guys take any like road
Loved
trips
it.
anywhere?
No, man. We went to like the Holodome, like in Rolling Meadows, like
Okay.
once or twice. And then if I went on any trips, it was with my friends and their families.
Okay, you got a favorite trip in mind? Shot out of a cannon. That's that again. New merch.
When
I'm
I was-
taking
I guess when
him
I
on a
was,
trip
I
now,
guess when
I
I was
feel.
a kid, yeah, we went I went with Serge and his family to Michigan. That was really fun.
Oh, that's hell yeah,
That's a fun time.
dude. We should do a golfing trip. Fuck yeah.
We do that, and
No, but like with FFJP, maybe friends.
that would be fun.
We took
We could do that.
well, like 2
Aaron
years,
golfs.
2 years ago when we went to Cali for
Not
golf.
well.
No, we all don't golf that well.
Okay, kid. The Cali trip was dope. Yeah, you
That's
sent
my
me-
favorite.
You
If
sent
I-
me some pictures.
Yeah, but that was like 2 years ago.
Well, I'm saying that like in the Midwest vibe of like road tripping, we used to go up to Wisconsin all the time and down to Florida, Georgia, all that shit. And we would do the one that I vividly remember is that we went up to Wisconsin and we listened to the whole Smash Mouth "Walking on the Sun" album or CD.
Walking on the sun.
Like I know every single word to every single song in
Oh
that.
my God,
Because we
that's
listened
such
to
a-
it so fucking.
What is
I
that,
think
a
we
2000 album?
yeah
It's-
earlier than that.
It's like
96.
No, I wouldn't give it
Well,
96. Hold on.
98's the one with All Star on it. I know for a
Hold
fact.
on.
I had it.
whatever "Walking on the
Walking
Sun."
on the Sun's
was.
before. That's like 95 or
it out
I
right
think it's
now.
95 or 96.
All right, let's
The
see
Walking
it.
on the
All right,
Sun.
let's see if Ryan is correct here.
I can guarantee you that All Star. I think it's called like All Star Lounge or something.
Yeah, All Star Lounge.
That
yeah.
one is 98. I had it. So I went to sports camp. I remember in the summer one day, and I told the kid, I'm like, hey.
1997. Wow. Okay.
7. So maybe Aaron, what year you think we listened to that? Then?
Well, I'm going to tell you what happened.
Okay.
We
me
intended
with
to buy the album Astro Lounge, but we made a mistake. So instead, the album that was purchased was Fush Yu Meng, which was released in '97.
Walking on the Sun was a song. Title,
which is
yeah.
where Walking on the Sun,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of other tunes from Smash Mouth is on there.
Not as good as All Star.
And
Fuck
we,
you.
we listened to that, and I think somewhere along the line, the way we purchased Astro Lounge, which had All Star on it.
God damn, I know every song. Fush Man You, yeah. Fush Man You.
Yeah, Fu Manchu's a great album. I
No,
love
I'm gonna smack your face off of your face, as the great Charlie Day once said. But let's do this though, because I do want to get into this little bitty about the fantasy is always the bane of my existence when the whole league wants to do exactly what I've cultivated my lineup to do, like keeping kickers. But Bobby brought up an interesting thing of not necessarily axing the kicker in fantasy, but you want to axe the tight end, and Ryan, you're on board with this, right?
Well, I said exit tight end, yeah.
I
Okay,
think
you both are on the same
right.
page.
Let's
though.
get rid of a tight end, add another flex, and if you have a guy like Kelsey, sure, throw him in there. Who cares? But
It's just-
2 flexes, I think, would do a lot more work with a fantasy team. I think it'd be more challenging as a coach because now, you have more options. Like tight end makes you restrictive in the sense that, you can only play a tight end there. So even if you have someone garbage, no matter what, all right, he's going in. But now 2 flexes, you might have guys, different matchups. You're like, I don't know. Or you have someone on the bench that might, show up big. So it's just, I think it makes you think more. That's all.
There's just not enough good ones to go around. I mean, they don't put up enough points. And then, like, if you're like me, you try and get one, you have to, take a guy in like the 5th round instead of taking someone who would be better because you're trying to get that one guy. I mean,
Call of
it is
Duty right now.
strategy, but I don't know. I mean, I don't say I need to get rid of the tight end, but if we were going to get rid of a position in fantasy, that's the one I would choose.
Not defense.
No, defense
No.
is pivotal, man.
Hey, man, I'm a defense kicker, tight end type of guy. Those
Coming
are-
from the guy who thinks he get hit a 30-yard field goal.
I can hit a 45-yard. If the lost episode that will
Oh
come out
my
at some
God.
point, we do guarantee by it.
I'm filming
No,
it.
it definitely it'll be coming out, Aaron. I absolutely believe it will. It'll be coming out, and we will prove the hypothesis.
It's not happening. You're going to injure yourself on the 3rd kick, and then we're going to have to call it a day. You know that. You're gonna
Yeah,
pull-
but before that 3rd kick, I'll hit a 45-yard field goal. So moving on, we're going to have Bobby, I want you to kind of introduce the idea of the Ryan's review. Like you kind of thought the idea.
Ryan's
of
our
what you're
Roger
talking
Ebert, pretty much. He's our movie guy, but I recently came across a list. It had 150 different movies broken out by genre. So horror, comedy, anime.
Was that horror or whores?
It's
I've seen both. It's fine.
You didn't really enunciate, but go on.
Yeah, my bad. Horror or whatever.
Horror. It somehow sounded worse. The second
right?
time.
Okay. Anywho, but out of these, what I want him to do first is check the list to see what's there, to see the movies that you have seen. So let's take that out of the equation, and then from there, within each category, he'll have like maybe a handful of ones he hasn't seen. And then we'll talk about maybe, hey, this is definitely one I want to watch. And then we could maybe, for the people that have seen it, like if you or I saw it, we could maybe speak to it a little bit without giving it too many spoilers. And maybe come back to it, circle back to it. Like
Okay.
this week, maybe we focus on, the comedy or thriller. We'll pick a category and, just maybe throw it in there, wedge it in there for quick,
Well, I was
session.
gonna say if we all pick one that we haven't seen and we want to watch it, we can
I
do
like that.
too. Like,
Before we wrap up today, we
give
will
our thoughts on
post-production.
something,
I honestly didn't see the list.
We'll go over it. Don't worry.
Okay.
But yeah,
It was blurry as
there's
shit.
100.
in the
There's
group
100,
message.
150
No
of
offense,
them.
but
It's like I said, you'd have to zoom in, but
I looked-
100. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
gave it a glance. I've seen some of them, but obviously
just pick a couple highlights.
Not
let
a
us,
150.
let us kind of wrap on a couple.
Yeah,
couple of highlights.
Oh man.
We'll come through.
I think I saw one of them on there was
Okay.
Annihilation. I've seen that with Natalie Portman.
See, I
Oh
haven't.
shit! I have seen that.
I
That was
haven't.
wild.
Came out in like 2018.
I haven't, so I would
sci-fi.
love to watch that.
That was good.
I love Natalie Portman, so
Dude, it's an all female cast going through like a.
It's like an alien planet kind
Hey,
of.
like an
spoilers. I'm
alien-
going to try to half enjoy it.
But I'm saying it's an all. I'm not giving anything away. All female cast going through like a new biosphere of like
yeah.
okay.
environment that they have to go through, and it affects exactly how they operate. Like
And-
at first glance, you think, okay, you can breathe, it's oxygenated, but it's not.
They start seeing some
Also, that movie came out like 8 years ago. so-
interesting,
but,
interesting creatures and things in this.
Fuck.
But
It's
okay, but something like that, Annihilation.
I would put that on your list, Bob. Of just
Okay.
something that you would randomly
Just
like sitting down on a Saturday, be like, I'll flip it on.
Glancing at this, I've seen Get Out.
Here, let me
I
see.
have not seen
Love
that.
Get Out. Event Horizon. That's not bad. That's a sci-fi one with Sam.
Yeah, because
Neill,
that's a different
Sam
genre.
Neill,
Sci-fi
Lawrence
shit.
Fishburne.
Love that actually.
Oh shit! I just saw one on here. Go.
What else? I saw there was what else is on there?
Yo, I'm just gonna throw one out here. The Butterfly Effect with
Love the
Ashton,
Butterfly
Ashton
Effect.
Kutcher.
I've seen that. I enjoy it.
Love the Butterfly Effect.
Aaron, what's your thoughts on the Butterfly Effect?
I understand the principle and what they based the movie on it. I think that they really made a mountain out of a molehill there.
I personally, I guess for a couple of reasons, for one thing, I saw it came out when I was like 13 or 14, so I have nostalgia for it. I like the concept of it. I think it was a cool idea. I like movies where
What about?
they're the idea of characters. They can go back into the past in their own lives and like affect it somehow, and then they have a whole new. I think that was a cool. I mean,
Like the butterfly effect is this principle of that if you bend a blade of grass, you can irrevocably change history if you're talking about time travel. So it's a series of paradoxes. What I don't like out of it as a movie is it's like, hey, here's a movie. Basically, just hold your breath and don't do anything. That's the moral of the story. It's just a
Okay, so a different take on it. Okay, but guys, do we not drive behind any logging semis that you see in Final Destination?
oh no, yeah.
Final Destination. I'm
That
glad.
messed me up.
I am glad that you brought this
You
up.
bring that up, and I don't think of that. I think of Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Ah,
when he
that's a
flicks
good
them
one.
off. Hey, kids, a reindeer.
No, but
What
yeah,
have you
the
done?
logging. He's like, Clark, you're under a truck. He's
You
like,
think I don't
think
know
I don't
that?"
know that? But no, I'm glad that you brought that up, Bobby, though, with Final Destination, because Final Destination, they made like 8 movies or whatever. That used to be the go-to.
That was
like,
before Saw became Saw.
But like
pretty
in my
much.
childhood of like, you're gonna like go over to like somebody's house, watch this movie, and then you're like instantly fucked up. You're
Right.
like, oh my god, if I go to sleep tonight, an iron is somehow gonna fall on my face, and like I'm gonna be maimed.
Were you watching Home Alone or?
I know, right? That's no, I get where his head's at. He's looking for
Fair
Little
point.
love,
Fair
okay.
point. You got me on that one.
This
Okay,
reminds
but
me,
so guys,
Smash an iron to his
post-production,
face.
we'll find one we've all kind of are excited about that maybe we all haven't seen, and we'll give it a check.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit of homework for us.
I like that.
Between now and again, we're gonna throw out a little bye week.
Yeah, next week we're off. We need
Bears
Oh,
play
yeah.
on Thursday night again, which I think is
what
odd
Carolina,
against
another
Carolina,
dog
but I
shit
think,
team. Yeah,
it's whatever. What I do want to get to though is the picks for the upcoming week.
yep.
We
Let's
do a
get to it.
little guess.
It's a tough week, man. There's a lot of good matchups this
I mean,
week.
honestly, dude, I'm hitting, not winning in pick'em, but I'm doing so much better than I was
You want to hear this?
2-3 weeks ago.
Danny, with the audacity, my brother, he's
Mhm.
like, I've only won 3 weeks, man. I need one more for the household to stay in the black. I'm like,
Yeah,
'Cause-
for the pick'em crew that I know is watching.
I hope
this,
he watches, Dan. I know he doesn't like our format, but yeah.
I mean, all of the Dans that won, I think they won the first 4 out of 6 weeks or something.
Right.
Something crazy
And then Vince
like that.
Scott, I think, too.
They are banding together. I don't like it. It's really, really frustrating. Ryan, you're not in our pick'em, right?
No.
Maybe
No.
next year. But yeah, no, Dan's like, well, I've got 3. I'm like, dude, this is week 9, and you're complaining for a 33%.
Dude, this is the thing though that's crazy is that Dan always wins. Your brother has won every single year that we've done it. Probably he has won at least once every single year, and that's like 6 years
Guaranteed.
now.
I'd say multiple for most years.
Bobby, I do love your rapport though in the group chat of you just like instantly shitting on anybody once they win. You're like, you fucking suck.
I
dude.
am.
I should have won this week.
Not to, and I think anyone listening who knows me, I am the worst winner and also the worst loser. In things.
Somehow, some way.
I find a way
It's
to be the worst at
unbelievable.
both. Because I won't let you have your win. I'll always kind of marginalize it and then make you feel less. Even though you clearly are better than me, I'll find a way, mental gymnastics, to plug something in there to take you down just a peg.
Just a peg.
I know.
That could also be your next your other nickname. Just a peg.
No, I'm
Take it
gonna.
down. Just
No.
a peg. You should get that on a jersey.
No, absolutely
You
not.
sure?
No,
I thought that'd
there's
be-
more implications to what you
What
you don't
impli-
hear it.
What
You don't hear it.
implications? What?
You don't hear it. You heard it though, yes.
Does that have a double?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bobby, you wear that to a Chicago game. I bet you're going to make a lot of friends.
The wrong type
yikes.
of friends. Yeah, dude. You
All right,
don't
moving
hear
on.
yourself. Yeah, okay.
We're moving on to the games this week.
Oh
it's
my
fine.
God.
Who cares?
No one watches
Nobody
this.
watches this shit anyway. Come on. All right, so I'm not even going to ask about this game because we're even up on the Thursday night football game. We'll see how it plays out. Could go either way right now. Miami, Kansas City. That's the Germany game.
They're in Deutschland,
8:30.
huh?
Yeah, 8:30.
Munich or Munch?
Frankfurt.
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 The Germans.
The Germans. Yeah.
Who you got? Miami or Kansas
Miami.
City?
I'm going Miami with it.
Who is it? Miami and who again? Sorry.
KC.
KC.
Oh man.
Taylor Swift, you mean?
Give me
Sorry.
KC.
KC. Aaron, you want in on the picks?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Minnesota,
You did-
Atlanta.
whoa, what was yours? You just.
Oh, I said KC.
He
I
said KC.
All right.
We got Minnesota, Atlanta.
Atlanta. Minnesota has no quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
For the same
until
reason.
Dobbs gets settled, Atlanta.
I mean, even with Dobbs, Minnesota. Come
Well,
on.
he's been okay. I'm just saying, but
JJ's gone. New quarterback. Doesn't know
the
the
first
system.
week, yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Going to be a rough go. Arizona, Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I also had Minnesota. I think I said that.
Cleveland, because that Clayton Tune starting for Arizona.
Cleveland. Bobby, your favorite matchup of the week: Rams at Green Bay. Bet against them. Do it.
I can't.
Do it.
I can't because Stafford's out. So we have a real chance
You
at home.
actually have a
We have a
shot.
real chance at home. But if it was like, oh, San Fran at Green Bay, I'm not making that bet.
Oh, we got to do our picks later.
Yeah, we do.
Maybe like Saturday or something.
I'll take the Rams in a close one, but I don't like it.
I'm actually going Green Bay.
I love it. God,
Rams.
we could use
Rams.
the
No
win.
Stafford.
Tell
I
me how the
think-
game goes. I'm not going to be watching it.
I will fill you in.
You don't want to watch Brett Rippon and Jordan Love?
Jordan Love with his fantastic 17 yards of total offense for
Bobby, would you rather have Jordan Love or Tyson Bagent?
Badging all day.
Wow,
I
that's
would.
a statement. Dude.
The reason why, at
That's
least
a
that guy's got
statement.
some fucking swagger and confidence behind center.
You like his tats?
That's something you can't teach. And at least for Badgin, for what it's worth, in that game, like they're playing a better defense. You have The Chargers defense, not great, but a lot more formidable than a Green Bay defense. No offense, but he was able to do his progression. There wasn't many turnovers by him, right? I think there was one, but it was like due to a bad
There were some dropped interceptions, but
some bad throws for
Some
Badger,
bad
but I
throws, but-
agree that he overall kind of managed the game.
Okay, but would
he
you
didn't go crazy.
think about what do you think Badgett would be as a quarterback? Sorry, I don't mean to dive it down this rabbit hole.
Okay, go
But
for
if
it.
Badgett was behind Aaron Rodgers for the time that Love was behind Rodgers, do you think he'd be a better quarterback than Love? My answer would be yes.
It's tough to say. I think that the rushing aspect for Badgett, even though Love is mobile-ish, Badgett is definitely more mobile, and I think he would have profited if Aaron Rodgers was like, hey, this is where you have to run. Because I'm assuming that a
He had better
superstar
yeah.
is going to tell the backup, like, hey, this is where I run.
That's a big assumption, though.
If
No,
you're
but
if you're
That's a
smart
big
backup,
assumption. Why?
True.
But I mean, you're talking about ultimately a competitive field, not only between teams, but also for positions on the field. So why
Fair
would you be
point.
giving away any secrets? And I was
totally
a huge
is Patrick
proponent
Peterson.
of hiring, a great quarterback to try to mentor a young quarterback for the future of your team. But it took a while and realization that it just ain't going to happen, because why would you give out trade secrets to somebody else? And that's also, I think, the inherent problem with football right now, is that there's not a lot of teamwork
Not a lot of
happening on the
knowledge
field.
sharing
I
even
think-
within their own community.
I think you're absolutely pinpointing that Aaron Rodgers is a diva. I mean,
Oh,
he's a,
yeah, that
he's
guy
a
is
diva
not sharing
about, I
shit.
want to be the number one. I want to be the guy, and if
Hey.
you're trying to take my job, then fuck you.
He wouldn't give the chakra crystal off his back to help you.
Yeah, what a fucking guy. What a guy.
Bobby is making
so,
such a face right now. He's like, don't
easy,
go
just
there.
Hey,
easy on it.
you
I
know-
get it.
Bobby, you got this coming. We're taking it light right now.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
We could go much harder in the paint because you've had such a good
2 decades
you've
in
had
the sun.
such a good run.
Fantasy football journeyman, we can go much harder.
T-shirt, merchandise,
T-shirt, merchandising.
merchandise. All right.
skull caps.
All right, so we go to Washington at New England.
New England.
I like New England too.
New England.
Okay, we got Chicago at New Orleans.
NOLA.
Nola.
Chicago, obviously. Aaron,
It's
Stop.
got to be the Bears.
the Bears.
Stop picking with
Oh,
your
dick.
heart. Pick with your head.
I like the Bears. 128. New Orleans 6. Oh, we got a little.
The Bears,
Oh, you think no? In that sketch, he's like, "Oh, you
SNL.
think they'll score that much?" Huh?
Yeah.
the Bears,
Giving-
are,
giving
the
a
Bears
lot
are
of-
who we think they are. Losers.
Wow.
I love that they make fun of Chicago.
Someone's
It's
gonna write a
bit.
letter, Ryan. Someone's gonna write a letter. All right, we got Seattle at Baltimore.
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 Even though they're pretenders, Baltimore.
Well, Seattle's not as good on the road usually. Also,
Okay. Derrick Henry, just get on your god dang horse, Mike. God damn, I love it. All right, moving on. Tampa Bay at Houston.
I'm gonna go Houston.
Tampa.
Dude,
Oh.
Tampa Bay hasn't scored much.
Oh, Tampa
Their
Bay.
I know.
offense is very
This is a game I
lackluster.
can see it going either way. And
I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game, but yeah, I can see it either way.
TB all day. TB. Indianapolis at Carolina.
Indianapolis, Carolina's just.
I'll go Indy.
Indy. Giants at Vegas, who just fired everybody and anybody.
I got the Giants on that one.
Vegas.
Wow,
The
he's still
G-men.
rocking Vegas. I'm going
They're gonna
Giants.
play hard, man. They're pissed off. Let's go.
G-men.
Okay, I like it. I like the confidence, Ryan. I like the confidence.
Antonio Pierce is gonna get him riled up. Let's do it.
All right, we got a couple good ones to end it, actually. Dallas, Philly, which is America's game of the week.
At Philly, I'm going with Philly.
At Philly.
Philly.
I'm going Dal. D-A-L-L.
You're a closet Cowboys
He is a
fan.
Cowboys fan. I
Closet
know it.
Cowboys
Yeah.
fan.
I literally have Ezekiel Elliott's jersey, so absolutely.
Like if the Bears lose,
It's like
you're
that.
gonna-
It's like it's always sunny. He has a Romo jersey. You know, when they're about what? He's awesome. An Eastern grad, by the way, that your brother has to bring up. Go ahead.
I mean, again, dude, we got to get Jeremy on the pod for multiple. I want to rip on him a little bit more about
Trubisky, I
EIU
know.
because he was rattling off those names. It's
Yeah.
EIU's got this kind of.
They finally got a Walmart in like '98. Let's not oversell it. All right.
All right, we got Buffalo, Cincinnati. That's going to be a good Sunday night
Cincy.
game.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. All right, and then we got Los Angeles Chargers, New York Jets, Monday night.
Chargers.
Go Chargers, go.
Chargers
Jets
for
defense is
sure.
solid though. Love.
I mean, dude, Adam, shout out to Adam in here. He wanted to give me on some fantasy football advice.
Was it bench DK Metcalf? Or
No,
start
no,
DK,
no, it
Start
was-
DK Metcalf and bench Josh.
It wasn't that, but it was just about the Jets D. I'm like, Jets
Ugly
D can
win.
kind of play
They
here.
can play.
But- all right, man, we're gonna give a final little wrap up here, Bobby. I'm gonna start with you. I mean, it's honestly, I'm gonna kind of end with this game because like it's close, kind of. 13-13, you got the under.
Oh wait,
What-
we didn't. We're not going.
Well,
with,
I thought we were gonna do the league.
Yeah,
with
we teased
characters.
it.
Oh,
Yeah, teaser.
shoot.
We'll
You're
be
right.
quick
You're
on this.
absolutely
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think you are? And then your
Okay,
the other
yeah, you're
the
absolutely
journeyman
right. You're
will tell
absolutely right.
us what you are based on that.
Totally
stuff.
forgot. We're gonna shoot it out of the cannon though.
That's fine.
And Bobby, you're gonna start. So you're gonna say first what you think you are,
I think
and then
that
we're gonna
I'm-
tell you what you are.
If I had to do a 70-30 split, it'd be Pete and Ruxin probably.
Okay,
Ryan, what you got on him?
Bobby is Jenny's dad, Corbin Berenson.
I love it. I'll take it.
In the Manland
Oh,
episode.
I like it. Yes.
Okay.
He
I
likes
know-
hunting and weapons, and
Yeah, I love it.
Kind of
Let's
tells
go.
it like it is. So every man.
Oh, yeah. Great equivalency. That's,
Right. It's the right call. I am gonna give you though the Ruxin split for sure. I will give you though about 10% taco, and then the rest
Okay.
the dad. You got a little taco in you.
Okay.
I think everybody does.
I think
though.
we all do.
All right, Ryan, hit me with what you got.
I'm probably like a Taco Pete mixture. I don't know.
Okay, I would go Pete and goddamn, why am I blanking on his goddamn name?
Rafi? What?
No,
I was
not
gonna
Ra-
give you a little bit of Rafi, a little Rafi mix in there.
me.
No, him.
Oh no,
Ryan.
okay. Wait, what's
I would
Kevin?
get
Yeah,
Kevin.
I look
I
you.
Brian,
I looked
tall
you more-
guy.
I'm sorry. That's what I was thinking. I was Brian. I'm like, okay, geez.
So Brian and tall guy.
Okay, but no, I think more Kevin Pete as a split.
I love Kevin. He's my
Pete
my,
top,
my
Kevin
favorite.
bottom?
I think Kevin. Yeah, Pete top, Kevin bottom. I would say I am absolutely a split of Taco Kevin.
with Andre mixed in.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much percentage though? We'll
I'd
wrap
give-
it up
I'd,
on that.
I'd give him a 10% Andre.
10% Andre.
15%.
As long as it's not over 20, I respect
No, but,
it. Doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor?
There we go. Proper.
Doctor.
There it is.
And that's how we'll wrap it up here. From all of the fantasy football journeymen, this has been a great episode. I salute you.
Thanks, guys.
Now you stay classy. Nice. I stole
Ooh,
that.
Ryan, what was your catchphrase from before?
Hey.
When will we be stopping?
Yeah, I was stopped. They asked me a question.